Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, my name is Sarah and I am an American expat living in Krakow, Poland. So for today's video, I thought it would be a lot of fun to show you what I spend in a week living in Krakow. And I've seen this video going around all year long and I thought it'd be fun to participate in the trend. So basically what these videos are all about is I'm just going to take you through a week of spending. And I'm going to show you everything I purchased, show you kind of the things I did this week, show you what your money can actually get you living in Poland. So I am 30 years old and I have lived here for a few years now, but I'm also, I lived in America for 27 of those years. So I'm really familiar with the cost of living in America, and I kind of thought it would be fun to show you what my money can actually get in Poland compared to what it got me in America. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I hope you guys enjoy because I love watching these kinds of videos. So hopefully you enjoy it as well. But before we get started, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every single Wednesday and I would love to have you stick around. I talk a lot about my life in Poland, my puppy, my life with my husband, just anything and everything that when it comes to living abroad. So I hope you guys stick around and let's go ahead and get started with what I spent in a week. So when I'm breaking down these expenses, I'm actually not including my rent, my utilities, my phone bill, anything that's coming out of a reoccurring theme. I'm just only including what I actually spent for a calendar week. So I'm going to be going Monday through Sunday. And again, that does not include my rent. But if you were to break down rent, it would be like $296 a week. So I live in a brand new building, a brand new complex. And this price is a little high when it comes to what you can actually get here in Poland. But for me, I work from home, so does my husband, and for us it's worth it to be spending that much money for rent. So, again, you can be cheaper here, but this is just what we personally choose to do. And the same goes with all of these expenses. Since we do work from home, we don't have to pay for commuting costs or anything like that. So, if we want to get out of the house, usually we're going to have to spend some money, to go to a coffee shop or whatever. So, we definitely could lower our expenses if we wanted to, but I would say this is a pretty average week in our life. There are some things that are coming up this week that are not typical expenses, like for example, our health insurance. Actually, the bill came up for the month during the week of this video. So, that's not something we pay every single week, but at the same time, there are things that we do every week, like groceries or, going to Starbucks or something like that. But every week does not look the same. Some weeks are more expensive, other weeks are not as expensive. So I think this week is a pretty good idea of just the general types of expenses that we have, plus a few little fun things added. So take all of this with a grain of salt. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and start off with Monday. Okay, so starting off with Monday. Monday is our usual errand day. We have a lot of things to do just to kind of play catch up from the weekend, because here in Poland, pretty much all of the grocery stores are closed on Sundays. So we are in need of groceries and a few additional items during the start of the week. So Mondays, we go to the grocery store, and on this day, we actually spent 307 zloty and 66 groszy, and that is equivalent to $79.29 USD. So we did that for groceries, and then I also had to swing into the drugstore to pick up a few random items, and that came out to 58 zloty and 35 cents, or $15.04. This day, we also had our UNICEF sponsored child bill come through, and that is again a once a month payment, and that is 50 zloty or $12.89. And we also, once you go to the mall where we get our groceries, you have to pay for parking if you are longer than 15 minutes. So we were there obviously longer than 15 minutes, and we paid 2 zloty for parking, which is 52 cents. So that is what we spent on Monday. The total comes out to 418 zloty, and that is $170.73 USD. So it was a bit more of an expensive day, but again, groceries, all that kind of stuff comes up on Monday. On on Tuesday, we actually had to swing into a specialty grocery store because there are just a few things that a different grocery store has that this one that we currently go to does not. So we went to that grocery store and we spent 45 zloty and 45 grozel, or $11.71. It was like on cheese and cat litter and things like that. And then since we were already over there, by that grocery store, there's actually a fantastic pierogi place. And the pierogi lady is so good. So we had to swing by and get lunch. So we got 20 pierogi and 2 krokieti for 27 zloty and 25 grozel, or $7.02. Again, that's enough for both of us to have lunch as well as some leftovers for the next day. So I think that's a pretty good deal, and they are so good. And the last bill we had for the day that came through was actually our internet bill, and that is a once a month payment for 69 zloty and 99 grozel, or $18.04. Our internet here is incredibly fast. It's a really good deal, and we really like it. So I think it's definitely worth it, especially since working from home, to be paying almost 70 PLN. So the total for today's spending on Tuesday was 142 zloty and 69 grozel, or $36.78. Moving on to Wednesday. So Wednesday, we actually had to go get some supplements, and the supplement store we have is actually at our mall. So we went back to the mall and got supplements. It was like fish oil and just a regular multivitamin for both of us, and that was 90 zloty even, or $23.20. We also stopped at Starbucks and just grabbed a coffee for that day, since I hadn't really had an out of house coffee at all that week. So that was 19 zloty, or $4.90. We get a venti latte at Starbucks, and it definitely is a splurge. It's not something we do all the time, maybe once or twice a week, but it is a nice little kind of treat yourself to just kind of get out of the house and work in a different environment for a little bit. And since we parked at the mall, you have to pay for parking since we were longer than 15 minutes. And again, that was 2 zloty, or 52 cents. And then lastly, Andy got a hankering for ice cream later that night. And so he didn't want to go to the grocery store or pick up ice cream or anything. So he actually downloaded this app on his phone called Good Woda, which is like one of the startups for like ice cream delivery here in Krakow. And he's never used it before, but he wanted to try it. And he just ordered some ice cream online. It came in 3 different flavors. And we had ice cream delivered to our door on Wednesday night. It was 30 zloty, or $7.73. Kind of expensive. Would I do it again? I personally wouldn't, but he would probably do it like every other day because it's his most favorite thing. So that was kind of fun to try, and I'm glad we did it. So between the supplements and the coffee and everything, for Wednesday, our total was 141 zloty, or $36.34. Thursday, our health insurance renewed. So today was kind of an expensive day. It was 732 zloty, or $188.66. Our health insurance is through a company here called LuxMed, and we actually have the premium package. So this is actually the most expensive package that you can get with your private health insurance for LuxMed. And I personally really love it because it comes with an English translator, and they also help make our appointments for us. And that makes it so easy because we can just talk to English speaking doctors and really just get the good health care that we need. So you can definitely have a significantly cheaper health insurance, but for us, it's just worth it to pay the extra money for that, and I'm okay with it. So it is expensive, but that is the bill that actually came through that day. So that was fun, but we spent no other money that day because we literally did not leave the house, and we did nothing but work from sunup to sundown. So, I mean, at least we have good health insurance. So there's that. We have made it to Friday, and again, this is a day when we have to go back to the grocery store and do a few more things before the weekend comes. So today we had to go to the grocery store again, and that came out to 230 zloty and 16 cents. This was because we actually had to pick up a few additional items like laundry detergent and some dishwasher soap, so it was a bit more expensive on this trip, but when you run out of things, you just run out. So that's what we spent at the grocery store. And then our umbrella broke, and it has been raining forever ever over here in Krakow. I mean, this past week, it literally stopped raining like for half a day. So it has just been torrential downpour and our umbrella has broken. So I actually went to the drugstore and picked up like another collapsible umbrella. So super boring. And I also happened to pick up conditioner there too. So yes, 2 items for 58 zloty and 97 gratzel, or $15.20. And then we paid for parking, longer than 15 minutes. So again, 2 PLN and 52 cents. So our total for Friday spending was 291 zloty and 13 gratzel, or $75.03. Okay, guys, Saturday, let's talk about it. So usually during the weekend is when we spend the majority of our budget for the week, and it's just because we go out or we, want to do a little bit of shopping or go on a trip or whatever. So we usually try to reserve a little bit of our monthly budget for extra things that we need to do on the weekend. And for us on Saturday, it actually included buying a few clothing pieces. So my husband actually has hardly any sweaters and his shoes are completely dead. Number one, we have a puppy who loves to chew on shoes. And number two, he hasn't purchased a new pair of like running exercise shoes in probably a year and a half. So it was definitely time for it. And the place that we went to in the mall actually had a promotion going on. So we're like, well, this is a great time to go and pick up a new pair of shoes as well as some sweaters. So on this day, we went to Zara and we picked up sweaters for Andy. So we got 2 sweaters for 238 zloty, or $61.34. And then we also went to Intersport, which is like the sports store here, and we got him a pair of running shoes. And because of that, I also had a pair of sweatpants that was like 50% off or something. So we picked both of those up. And got 325 zloty and 59 gratzel, or $83.91. So I don't think that's a bad deal for 2 name brand, like a pair of shoes and a pair of sweatpants. And yeah, so it's just kind of the things we needed to do. We have it in our budget in order to do that. And so yep, that is what we actually did on Saturday. We also went to Starbucks and we spent 21 zloty and 50 gratzel, or $5.54 on coffee. Do not come for me. I know it's a lot, but again, it's just kind of like we have it in our budget to go a few times a week, and so that is what we do. It's also really enjoyable for us. It's like a coffee date, sit down, hang out, relax. Could I go cheaper? Absolutely, but it's Starbucks and I love it, so I think it's okay. And then we had to pay for parking because we were longer than 15 minutes, 2 zloty for parking, or 52 cents for parking. So you guys get the drill by now. Usually when you go to the mall, you have to end up paying for parking unless you're in and out. And then later that night, because we were shopping and hanging out and cleaning and doing errands and everything, we were like, let's just go out to dinner because we haven't done that. Let's go do it. And we usually like to go out like once a week or so. So we actually took a Bolt, which is very similar to Uber. And for the ride there and the ride back, total it was 15 zloty and 68 gratzel, or $4.04. Not a bad deal. And we ended up going to this really cool restaurant down in the Jewish quarter of Krakow, and we enjoy going down to that area. It's called Kazimierz, and I'm sorry if I am pronouncing that wrong, but we enjoy going down there. They have a really cool nightlife and a lot of great restaurants, and so we found a really cool restaurant that we wanted to go to. And both of us got a beer. We got an entree, or we each got an entree, and then we split a soup. And everything total was 114 zloty, or $29.38. And I would say that is mid-range here. I mean, usually when we go out to eat, we'll usually spend 65 zloty to 80 zloty, and I would consider that to be like a pretty good deal for dinner. So this is definitely a bit more on the expensive side, but not super expensive. Like anytime you pay over 200 zloty, you're like, I need to calm it down because that is really expensive, which is like 50 bucks. But coming from America, I'm just always so amazed at how affordable it is to actually eat out and get a good quality meal that is, pretty filling and tastes amazing for such a good price. And then Sunday, we spent no money because we literally didn't leave our house. We went on a walk I mean, technically that's leaving our house, but you know, we just went on a walk. We took Tucker out to go see some leaves kind of by the Viswa, and it looked beautiful. So it was a lot of fun, and we just bundled up and we're out for an hour, and parking is free on the weekends. So we did that, and yeah, we spent no money on Sunday. So when you break down everything that we spent for the week, the breakdown comes down to be 2,450 zloty and 92 grozel, or $631.68. So again, you know, $188 of that came from our health insurance. So when you just subtract that, you know, it's really not that bad. So I hope this video was exciting and entertaining for you guys, and I hope you learned a little bit about you know, what our life is like here in Poland, kind of what we're spending every week and what we can actually get for our money. And that's the thing I really am just so fascinated with, is the type of stuff we are able to purchase for a good price, and the quality of it is so good, and just like the value we're able to get out of it. And I know that you know, like our situation is a little bit different from other people, but I feel like the quality of life here is amazing, and I really do love where we live and what we do. And you know, we're not spending every single penny that we make. We still have enough money to put into savings and like really prepare for our future in that way. So for us, this is a very good representation of what we're able to spend, what we're comfortable spending, and yeah, so I hope you guys found this video exciting and informative. So if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I put out new videos every single Wednesday, and I would love to have you stick around. So with that said, I will go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.